By all means, Sony is killing it in the video game space. As of October 2023, they have sold close to 50 million PS5s. They are outselling Xbox over double. That is also considering a lot of Xbox sales are coming from the Series S, a cheaper, more affordable system with less power. Xbox is still doing good, but PlayStation and Nintendo are doing great. I cannot buy the PlayStation Portal right now because they are sold out everywhere. The demand for them has been insane to the surprise of a lot of people. Spider-Man 2 sold 5 million copies in 11 days. PlayStation's last major release. The thing is, 2023 made us scratch our heads in a lot of ways when it comes to PlayStation. They became more mainstream and their actions puzzled a lot of us. But business shall be business, and their main interest will always be profit, even if that means disappointing your purest fans or committing to anti-consumer practices. As they say, money talks and bullcrap walks. So there is a sense of entitlement when it comes to being a market leader. A little bit of ego. PlayStation is no longer the company I grew up loving. They have always been a little more westernized than Nintendo, but over the years even more so. The PS4 was the generation where they seemed to mash the pedal and throw all of their chips in the middle of the table. Last year disappointed me in a lot of ways when it came to them. The Portal not having Bluetooth so they could sell you their Pulse headphones, that was completely ignorant in my opinion. Also, the Portal not being able to at least game stream their higher plus tiers is dumb, but of course it wouldn't, because why would they sell you a $200 handheld that plays a lot of PlayStation's catalogs when they want you to purchase a $500 game system and all the games to play on it? The thing is, most people who bought the Portal are real PS fanboys, and we love our hardware, so most of us would have owned both anyways. Why did the PS5 discless Slim increase in price yet has a insult of a stand and is even more affordable than ever for them to manufacture? They are now leaning more towards live service games and microtransactions opposed to what made me and others love them as much as we do. Amazing single player titles. Their defense against the Microsoft ABK deal had solid points, but boy did it make them look weak. When they should have just said, whatever, we're going to continue on doubling down on what makes us great, our games, like Nintendo has. The PlayStation Plus tiers increased in price again despite everyone's life getting more challenging due to inflation and the cost of living. It's still a great deal in my opinion, but no one likes more expensive bills, particularly when the rollout of their classic titles have been very slow, and they're missing what could arguably be their best generation according to most people with the lack of PS2 games so far. They lacked first-party titles other than Spider-Man 2, but we did get more Last of Us. Speaking of which, their greatest success this year was the HBO show for The Last of Us and Peacock's Twisted Metal. Both are great in almost every aspect. They seem to be leaning more towards multimedia. I'm very excited for Ghost of Tsushima, which is being directed by John Wick director Chad Stahelski. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. I will also definitely be tuning in to Horizon Zero Dawn and God of War when they come out on Amazon Prime Video and Netflix. But I feel like right now I'm more excited for PlayStation-themed movies and TV than their games, because I don't know what the hell is coming out other than a bunch of live service games I won't care about. We also had the Insomniac hack, which I get is part of the nature of the beast, but it's still a bad look for Sony. The PSVR 2 only being sold via PS Direct is dumb because most people are impulsive and would much rather buy something they can have now rather than wait for a package. But PSVR 2 is a great hardware for the price. But again, where the hell are the games? It is getting the Vita treatment, where it's a side project and we will get a title here and there, but they aren't focused on bringing in their big titles to it. Call of Duty or Battlefield should be on this thing by now, and Sony has the money to make that happen. You know how much more units they would sell if people could play any of the great FPS titles in VR? We would hear the cries of angry wives everywhere as men play Warzone in VR with headphones on so they could escape the nagging. Just kidding. But PSVR 2 needs better support for sure. At this point, another PSP makes much more sense than VR. Handhelds are all the hype right now, and VR is still being held back. But instead of another handheld with PS4 level power, like the Steam Deck, we get the Portal and a PSVR 2. Hopefully the sales of the Portal will finally convince Sony to release a new handheld, because I assure you we are in a different time. Adults now play video games way more than they did when the PSP and the Vita were out. A new PSP would fly off the shelves. I bought the Cobalt Blue plates for the PS5. I pre-ordered them. Right after I did, they announced the Slim, which isn't compatible with my plates, but I love the look of the Slim. I also need a new PS5, so I was caught between the excitement of my new beautiful blue plates and the new Slim model that looked aesthetically better in my opinion. Where are all the plates for the Slim model, Sony? Can we get all the plates in the existing colors for the new model, Sony? Spider-Man 2 is a great game. I actually like the look of the PS5 Slim. Their shows this year were great. That is what I got from Sony. I'm also very happy that the shortage of the PS5 has ended, though it has now been replaced with a shortage of portals. Womp womp. Final Fantasy XVI was a great exclusive to have. To me, Sony had a few wins, but a lot more losses this year. They really disappointed me. This possibly may be why Jim Ryan is leaving. Maybe they told him he has done enough, go retire, because the direction the brand is heading is not one most of Sony's hardcore fan base cares about at all. My love for PlayStation will never die. Even if in the future they do nothing but disappoint me, I will always celebrate and cherish their past and the memories they have given me. However, I hope to see Sony succeed and continue making great games. Games that are not full of microtransactions. Those high-quality blockbuster titles. Hopefully this year in 2024 we get more results. I'm very excited for Wolverine. I'm beyond pumped for the announcement of the next Ghost of Tsushima game because I know it is coming. I'm excited to see everything the other studios have been working on that we know nothing of. If this was my perfect year for PlayStation, we would get a trailer for the next Ghost of Tsushima. We would finally get another Uncharted game because frankly it is my favorite game series and I cannot get enough. We will see Sony make a true next-gen handheld. Honestly, I would like to see them acquire either FromSoft, Square, Bandai Namco, Ubisoft, or Capcom. And finally, I would like to see a PS5 Pro. Hopefully, it's a system that focuses more on frame rate than resolution. I would rather have upscaled 1440p games that run at 120 Hz than native 4K 60 FPS with ray tracing. But tell me what you would prefer in the comments section below. I'm excited for this brand and their future. Jim Ryan leaving could mean a lot for the future, especially depending on who succeeds him. And hopefully it's someone with less business mind and a man of the people who loves games as well. Phil Spencer has his flaws, the biggest being he is with Xbox. But the one thing I can say he mostly seems to mean well. He is a man of the people and is an actual gamer. We need more of that over here and less corporate suits. I wish you nothing but the best, abundance, and success. Take care, and thanks for watching.